intention session, followed by 60 positive affirmations to empower yourself and feel a bit better about summertime sadness. So often we talk about winter blues and feeling bad during winter and seasonal affective disorder, and I feel like we don't talk enough about the pressures put on us in summer. And so it's a topic that's come up a lot in my sessions with my clients in the last sort of few weeks, where people feel the need to really be there and show up for summer and do and spend money and drink and socialize and go to the beach, and sometimes they just don't have it in them, and there's a certain sense of guilt that comes with not wanting to do summer in the way that other people do it. And I think with that comes a fair amount of pressure and feelings perhaps of anxiety or even depression. So today's session is a little bit of a let's calm down session. Let's take a moment. Let's do a little bit of breath work together, and let's just enjoy being in the moment that we are. And something else that I really wanted to tackle is body issues, not body issues, what would I call it? Body discontent during the summer months. Because obviously we wear less clothes, and so there's just more flesh showing. And I find that a lot of us, and a few of my clients, still struggle with having to look a certain way. And I feel like in 2023, we should all know better, but we forget to empower ourselves and allow ourselves to just show up as we are. And so today's session is just that, just a moment to just be together and enjoy each other's company in this uncertain, weird, sometimes triggering season that could be summer. I'm very sorry about the noises, by the way, because I, as some of you know, am in southern Italy right now. So it's hot, and I tried recording with the window closed, and it was not enjoyable. And so I know you can hear, I'm right by the beach, so you can probably hear the beach and the streets and sometimes the church bells or dogs, but it's been a big cause of stress for me. Well, not stress, but sometimes I just like to meditate in complete silence, and it's actually been amazing to meditate with noise because it really forces me to put into practice what I preach, which has been to just be in the moment and welcome the sounds around me and make the best with what I have. So it's actually been really good. And it's also been challenging because it's been so hot. And I'm pregnant, as I might have announced a little while back, but I am 7+ or so months pregnant. And it's I'm in a larger frame, which would be fine if I knew how to coexist with it better, but I have quite a lot of work to do even on myself. For one, it's uncomfortable being pregnant, boundaries and you're less flexible and you are just not used to looking a certain way. You're not used to your body not functioning the same way that it usually does. One of the things that I have found really challenging for me, it's been physical activity of any sort, because my baby is large and she's really pressing on everything, including my lungs, and so I don't breathe as efficiently, and it is a chore just going up the stairs, but it's okay. And so what I am learning to do is to live with the discomfort and not reframe everything that happens into this amazing experience, because sometimes it just isn't. It just is a bit, a bit shit, and it's okay. And of course, at the end, I am getting a beautiful baby, but that doesn't take away from the fact that I am going through this. So my first thought today will be, whatever it is that we are going through, whatever it is that you are going through, you don't have to reframe everything. You don't have to reframe everything. It is such a modern day society obsession to this need to always feel happy, to always make the best, obsessively almost, compulsively almost, to not know what to do with our negative emotions. And one of the things that I have learned, that I believe, well, actually one of my old therapists taught me this, was that in life we aren't always guaranteed good times and good memories, but we are almost always certainly guaranteed a bad time, a bad memory, a bad experience, a setback. And so for us to not know how to embrace these moments that are painful is just, it doesn't seem like a good practice. It's not efficient to not know how to do a bit better. So I do these affirmations for myself as well when I am uncomfortable or when I feel discomfort. I just sit with it, and I just sit with a little bit of pain and a little bit of annoyance and some exhaustion. I think it's just uncomfortable, and I don't try to think it's uncomfortable, but I'm getting a baby. I just think I'm uncomfortable. I'm gonna sit with the discomfort, and I really feel like in life it's helped me to not force myself into a really happy situation at all costs. So I definitely want to challenge you to learn to be sad, learn to feel like, learn to be upset, learn to be deceived, learn how you deal with those feelings, learn what anger does to your body, and it really does increase your capacity and capability to withstand discomfort. So here's a little exercise that actually I teach my clients as soon as I teach them to reframe. So for those of you who have never heard of reframing, reframing is a great tool that helps us kind of switch a situation and turn it on its head and see a positive out of a negative situation. I am pregnant and uncomfortable, but I am getting a baby at the end. That's a way to kind of like reframe the annoyance that I am experiencing. And just a way to not, I suppose, not experience the situation in a negative light, but experience it in a positive light, which is great. And for the most part, I think it's a phenomenal tool, to help us see life more positively. But if all we do is reframe, then we never can live through a negative situation. And I think more dangerously, we learn to reframe situations that cannot be reframed, like abuse or violence or death or theft, or things that are actually, not meant to be, positivized in a way. I had a client a while back, actually, she was one of my first clients, way back when I started, who, during one of our sessions, revealed that her partner was abusive. And she was a master reframer and did a phenomenal job taking the abuse and reframing it into a situation that was bearable for her and positive for her. And it sounded something along the lines of, he is violent towards me, but it's a chance for me to learn how to deal with his anger. And that's not what reframing is for. And so, to a lesser degree, when someone dies, for example, and we try to reframe it as like, he died, but he had a great time and he's gonna be great in heaven. Like, imagine how happy he is up there. We don't need to be doing that. So, in life, the small annoyances can be reframed, but the really important things probably shouldn't. So, that's my first little nugget for today. So, to sit with our summertime sadness. And then obviously, step 2 is, once we have sat with what we are given and what makes us feel a little insecure or less than, then we can choose to empower ourselves and choose to try some positive affirmations, or perhaps some journaling, any other meditation, any other practice that may make us feel better, and that can help us reframe the situations that we're in. If the annoyance, if the issue isn't absolutely terrible. And that's why I have created the affirmations that I have for today, because I know that it is hard to sit with ourselves in times where everyone's just so happy and perky, and we don't feel it. And I just want to give a shout out to all the people that find summer really hard because there is that expectation and you're not there. If that's you, I see you. I really see you. And I understand what it feels like and what it is to have to put a swimsuit on when you're not there, and you haven't learned to be neutral about your body, or, God forbid, body positive. And I know what it is to see everyone enjoying expensive holidays and not have the means to do so, or not have the holiday to do so, the holiday allowance. So if summer isn't your season, I actually have a good friend who detests summer because he is slightly on the larger side and he sweats a lot, and he finds that summer is just the pain of his existence because he's just always like a little damp. And so if that's you, I see you, and you in any other way but the way that you want to live it. You do not have to do this season in any other way but the way that you want to do it. There is no expectation whatsoever of you to look a certain way, to spend a certain amount of money, to drink or party, or partake in any behavior that makes you feel uncomfortable. There is no expectation, and you have no obligations whatsoever. And you are your own person. You can always decide for yourself at any age, no matter what societal background you have, race or religion or inclination or preference or provenance. You are yours and you get to choose. Even in the smallest little ways, you can always choose a little bit for yourself. I'm teaching this to my 2-year-old daughter to learn to say no, and it breaks my heart when she says no to me. When I want to give her a kiss, for example, or when I would like for her to give me a kiss and I ask for one, and she'll say no. And I'm just like, I've done this job too well, and now you don't want to give me a kiss. But a much larger part of me is proud that she's learning to say no at such a young age. And body autonomy is such an important topic, and one that I'm really proud to teach her. Even at 2 years old, we're actually teaching her to say no to clothes that she doesn't want to wear, which makes for a lot of tantrums. And I don't recommend it. But we give her a choice of 2 usually, and she can choose between A or B. And it's great. I think it makes her feel really empowered that she kind of chose the top that she wanted or the dress that she wanted. So that's how I like to think of it. Anyway, I would like now to take a few seconds out to do a little bit of breathing all together. It's been a bit of a chaotic week here in this part of the world, and I would like to guide you to a little breathing session to just be aware of our breath and slow down for a few seconds. And what I would like for us to do is to just engage in a bit of square breathing. So what I will do is I will inhale for a count of 4, hold it for a count of 4, exhale for a count of 4, and then once again hold it for a count of 4. And I'm going to ask us to do this for 3 repetitions. And this is just a technique that I use all the time in times of stress or need or anxiety, or if I'm trying to fall asleep. If you guys are interested, I'll do a whole session on breathing for sleep, which is actually something that I am really into, like breathwork for sleep. It's a great tool. But yes, let's go ahead and do a little bit of breathing all together. And then I'll teach you another little trick, another little summertime routine that I'm implementing for myself that I hope you find useful. So let's go ahead and do that. So we're gonna inhale for 4. So we're gonna hold it for 4. Exhale for 4. And hold it for 4. And we're gonna do it again. So inhale for 4. you can do it as slowly as you want. Like I mentioned, I am finding it really hard to breathe with this pregnancy because this baby is massive and I'm only quite small. So, yes, please feel free to implement this as slowly as you want and take the time out in the day to just sit with yourself and take a 3-4 minute just breathing pause. So something else that I have been finding really helpful and I wanted to introduce you to is a concept that I actually read about in Gretchen Rubin's book. I'm going to leave the link below where she talks about the five senses, our five senses, and how we usually engage with our five senses. Well, when we pay attention to them, it's so often in like a moment of necessity. So, most of you have heard of when you're having an anxious moment to check in with yourself and find 5 things to look at, 4 things to smell, 3 things to touch, etc., etc. And engaging with your senses in this way becomes almost just therapeutic. It becomes almost just something that you do in necessity, as opposed to being a daily practice of I have 5 senses. I've noticed them throughout the day for little things. And so recently I have been randomly engaging with my senses throughout the day, and I challenge myself to notice in a non-necessity setting. So to just notice the taste of a peach, or just smell the soil when I water my plants at night, or just to feel. The other day I was having this moment where I was just feeling the chub of my little girl's leg, which is enormous, and it is not something that I have been used to engaging with, but it is life-changing. What it does is it really grounds you to the moment that you're in, and it helps you to not only be in that moment, but actually anchor that moment to a specific smell or a specific sound or a taste or a feel. And it's been so great and so calming in a way. It just makes you feel quite alive, like quite well connected with yourself, if that makes sense. So here's another challenge for you to try, and you don't have to engage with necessarily positive experiences either. It could be a really horrible sound from outside, or the smell of trash, like just notice it. Sometimes I'll sit and notice the ambulances that go by, or the buses when they press on their horns, and it's not pleasant. It's just something that I notice, and it helps me be connected. And I really want for anyone who's listening who is having perhaps a bit of a moment, and perhaps that's what got you to this video to begin with, to know that there are so many tools. So many tools. I cannot stress this enough. There are so many tools available at your disposal to feel even 1% better every day. And some of them are as simple as this. And so there are many ways in which you can feel better by doing virtually nothing. These aren't big changes. They're not life shifts. They're not big investments. They are noticing the taste of your fruit, or engaging with the noises outside. They are enjoying, like actually experiencing the feel of someone's skin. And they are as small as that. And My Instagram channel, for one, is full of these tiny, tiny little changes that you can do daily. And I am also working on something that I have been working on for a few months now. And it's going to be a course that I will have hopefully ready by September. And it's going to be phenomenal and peppered with tiny exercises that everyone can do in 5 to 15 minutes. And that's where I have found the sweet spot for myself and my clients, that if the investment is manageable, then everyone will do it. And it's the same as engaging with your senses every day or doing a small moment of square breathing. It's just a moment for you that all it takes is 5 to 15 minutes. And you can teach yourself a different way and potentially a better way to do something that you have been doing. So stay tuned. It's going to be ready hopefully in September. And I really hope that you find it as life-changing as I have found it creating it. So let's move on to the final part of the session, or penultimate I should say, before we do a little bit more breathing. And I'm going to take you through some affirmations for summer. And I wrote these specifically for seasonal depression and just the acceptance of this period that is so chaotic and so full on. And I want you to really repeat them and feel them and understand them as I am speaking them, so that you may begin to believe them. That's how affirmations work. They work by allowing ourselves to hear positive statements that then we end up internalizing and believing. So, deep breath in and let's go. I am deserving of calm, peace, and joy. I have no obligations to the outside world, only to myself, my health, and my wellness. Every day is a new chance for me to show up for myself. My situation might be challenging, but I embrace it with dignity and strength. I will not allow anyone's expectations of myself to jeopardize my wellness. I embrace my feelings and work to accept them every day. It's okay to experience sadness even on days that are meant to be happy. I am enjoying life exactly as it is. I am in charge of my emotions and my reactions. My body does not need to look a certain way in order for me to enjoy summer. I have made it this far, and for that, I'm grateful. I recognize the darkness in me, but my light is stronger. I do not have to prove anything to myself or anyone else. My resilience and strength and perseverance are some of my best qualities. My feelings are not my identity. I am more than how I feel. Some days will feel worse than others, but on those days I am reminded of my strength. People love and care for me, even in times where I feel low. I forgive myself and I am proud of the distance I have conquered. My body is perfect just the way it is, and I deserve to be here and to be seen. I love myself even on my worst days. I am navigating these feelings as best I can and with what I have available to me. I am grateful for my family, friends, animal companions, and anything I hold dear. Everything will work out perfect for me, and I will watch it as it unfolds. I am loved and appreciated, even when it seems like I'm not. I am grateful for the many good things in my life. I love my body as it is. My body behaves in the best and only way it knows how to, and I am not ashamed of it. I am able to experience gratitude daily because I can find small pleasures in life. Help is available to me if I want. I'm not alone. My body is not the most important thing about me. Let's take a deep breath as we go into our second set of 30. And if some of these felt a little confronting or challenging, that's okay. I know not all of them will always feel true, and it might take a moment, that's fine. Okay, let's do our final set of 30. I am happy for others, and I can find joy in their happiness. It's only a thought, and thoughts can be changed. I can choose to feel confident and empowered. Seeing other people enjoy the holidays helps me believe I can too. My thoughts don't define me. I will use my low days for self-care and relaxation. Others also experience what I'm experiencing, and I know that I'm not alone. Every day I work towards a better, more joyful future. In life, nothing is permanent, and I trust the journey that I am on. is worth living despite my pain and sadness. I am empowered by other people's enjoyment of summer. I can't let go of things I cannot control. I belong in this world, on this beach, in this bar, and anywhere I please. I am beautiful, inside and out. My summer will be just fine, even if I have less than others. Every day I experience summer with all of my senses. I am comfortable in my own skin. This summer is a chance for me to bloom. My mind is kind to my body, to my thoughts, my finances, and my relationship status. It does not judge me. I am letting go of anything that comes in the way of my wellness. I allow myself treats whenever I want them, and I don't judge myself for them. I do lots for my happiness and health every day. This will be a blessed, plentiful summer, and I am here to receive. My body, my mood, or my wealth do not affect my lovability. I am able to see the good even in bad days. I am an amazing person, able to withstand pain and enjoy life. Good things are coming my way because I'm a good person. I will work towards having an amazing time. I allow myself calm and rest on days of need with no judgment. And last but not least, which is my favorite affirmation, and I use this for myself all the time. I am doing the very best I can. I am doing the very best I can. Okay. Let's go ahead and engage with a little final square breathing. And as we close this session, I really hope that you found it calming and empowering. to see you all on my next video and session.